Testing. Is this thing on? All right. We have successfully started the stream. Will we do anything else successfully? Remains to be seen. That's right, we're doing a poem. Apparently. I love having as many options as the ice tile set gives me for cliff types. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice ice. In the future, I'll put a doodad here. It's debating whether or not to put a ramp in some of these areas, but I think I can resist the urge. Though this could be a fun place to make AI prepare air attacks. Or target air attacks, I guess. Trying to see what tile would possibly match here. Here we go. iquare's working on his trigger editor. Looks very promising. Oh yes, there was supposed to be a reverse rank down there. Yeah, man, it looks pretty promising, like I was saying. Grass is a very underdeveloped tile. Has only 2 edges for its north and south and corner pieces. I don't know how many mid tiles it has. Actually, it looks like a fair bit when you consider everything else. Like, it has the same amount as snow, rocky snow, even fucking moguls. Weird that moguls, of all things, has the most. I never would have expected that. Alright, my next trick, I think I'm gonna just work on the wikidot a little bit, because it is prudent, probably. Oh, that's supposed to be walkery. What I'll probably do eventually is have a write-up of what the race's key concepts are or whatever and how they play. But for now, I think it's fine to just document the units. That's the bulk of the work anyway. I actually don't know what their ability is anyway. I don't really think they have one. But we'll see. Let's see. How many, I don't remember how long the death revive is. I thought I had a list at some point of things that I needed to get done. Oh, maybe it's in here. No. Well, it's not here for whatever reason. Holy shit, they have 20 health. Yeah, except they don't have nearly as much health. Yeah. I mean, I kind of want to, when I redo the AI, I actually want them to, like, attack add 100 spammer at some point. Just because I think that'd be really funny. Oh, should they even give a transport space? Like, should they even require it? What if you could? What if they cost 0 transport space and you could load like an infinite number to the transport? Or maybe they take up half a transport space. I don't know if that is even possible to do. So you could load up. I think what I would have to do is I would have to double the transport capacity of the anime transport when compared to a police transport, and then make all units that would normally cost 1 cost 2, and then the spammer and maybe the yeah, I guess the spammer itself would just be 1. What do you mean by that? Like for number of spots or whatever? Now I've got to go find the upgrade name. Fan fiction. Oh yes, alternate account. Perfect. Oh, okay. I see. I think you can increase it just fine. In Nemesis Omega, back in Remastered, I was able to give transports...
And?
12 space. The shuttles had 12 transport space. So... What's up, UED? You actually? Doesn't roll off the tongue as well as I would like it to. Ah, they cost a 0.5 supply, I see. I don't know if these guys should cost 50 donuts. That seems incorrect to me. Oh, it was Rimtech the whole time. Who would have guessed? You. Causes units to credit. Well, it doesn't, though. Unless Remastered fixed that with a sanity check or something, which I guess is possible. Yeah, these stats seem absurd for a unit of its caliber. It should be like... I don't know, I want to say 8.3333 seconds. No, I'll do 8. Huh, I wonder why I didn't ever end up having any crashes. I guess people never ended up using the transports too much. That's funny. forget the specifics of this too. I thought I had all this stuff documented at some point. Oh, here we go. Never mind. This is not quite accurate. I wonder how I would have to find this stuff. I guess it's probably in GPTP, right? I'm trying to find the specifics of what the units actually do with their upgrades. Expose secret. Well, that's the cooldown, but... Oh. I think it was like 0.5 armor each attack, but I'm not sure. Oh, okay. So the default transports were fine. Okay. Right. I forget what's next in the list. I guess I can just keep going down it. I gotta come up with some name that's like that. Does the trick. Let's say 96. What's up, Connor? Take it I should probably figure out what other 9-gag units I want. Oh, there's the patron, of course. Who could forget that? Oh yes, I should be adding the bonuses. So apparently it's actually a really easy fix to... save that, compile. I forget what the upgrade is called, though. Prime delivery. I wonder how insane it would be to actually play as the anime and try to do a 9 gig stylized build where you just your units take 5 seconds and 8 seconds to build. They cost almost nothing, so you just have to be constantly spamming your production structures. They use some Aatrox graphic, I think. They look like that. And they just poop on you. That's pretty much what they do. I actually have to take a screenshot for in-game, so... Alright, so that's finished. Finished writing all this stuff. I actually don't think there's anything... Like, obviously the moderator passive isn't actually implemented in-game. But I don't think there's anything that is implemented that we need to change. As far as, like, the plugin code goes. Oh, something we should look into, though, is making it so that the cosplayers can be added to attack waves. They're workers. I guess like one way to do this would be to make a clone of the worker that doesn't actually act as a worker, so that you can add it to an attack. But ideally, I'd be able to request attacks and defenses from the workers that they already have. You know what I mean? I don't know whether or not that's feasible, but. I want at least 1 or 2 personalities that make extensive usage of cosplayers in attack waves. And I want all of them to defend with them where possible, so... Oh yeah, I forgot that happens in this album. Really confused me. Every time. Yes, Ahmed will indeed make an appearance. Just you wait. Alright, so I'll be right back. I have to use the bathroom and grab some more water. And then we will get back to this very exciting stuff of me documenting the anime. Hi. Back. Wakari Sprite? I don't even remember. I assume it's from Armageddon or something. It's called Wucker because I forgot the Y. But that's so dumb. It's supposed to be Wuckery. I must have been exceptionally tired when writing that. Alright. So what else we got? I think we can do fan fiction editor. I really like how the editor turned out with the teleport. It looks really good, I think. It's very funny. And it's so ridiculous that it's all automated. I don't know how. I do think that a player, once they get adapted to it, could use those units really well. But it's really funny to me that they behave the way that they do. What unit is the Flame Knives unit? That's the fanfiction author. And there will indeed be a new announcer. Right now, it's just the police engineer is the announcer for the police guys. So I am planning on having some sort of rebellion of sorts. I don't really know exactly what's going to happen, but it's not really going to be a rebellion as much as it is like... I don't know if it'll be in this thing, because my idea was that I would have Mike and the Void, Mike and some anime guys ally together when they were supposed to be fighting each other. And the reason being because the Void shows up and they don't know what to do, so they make an alliance of convenience. And then my father just yells at him and declares him an enemy, so you have to fight him. So that would be one area where police presence would make sense. There was also the idea that I had to have a sort of turncoat character anyway, who's like actually trying to sell you out with regards to like helping anime infiltrate or something like that. At the end of this, I think Crack is going to be in police custody, as well as some other silly shit will happen. I don't know if Torpedos will be. He might be. He might actually turn into the turncoat anyway. He might be something like. At first he's obviously an enemy, and then he becomes an unwilling ally. And then you think maybe he's seen the error of his ways and is becoming an actual good guy by the end of this production, and then maybe in the early on in the next one he is able to evacuate Crack and I think Randy just dies here, so that's not really a concern, but the idea that he would be able to bust him out of jail and reunite the anime clans, we'll see what happens. But there's all sorts of stuff that will potentially occur. It's very silly, to say the least. Yeah, didn't you know? Just water, that'll come out. 3. Oh yeah, I should grab the Hey! Don't do that. I don't remember. I think I replaced the Defiler, even though it uses the Queen's graphic. What a ridiculous unit as far as stats go. What? Hey. It's meant to be a siege thing, yeah. Its health is probably way too high, but it does have 3 armor. I guess I could just go full meme and do 333 HP. Its upgrade is also upgrade 3. God damn it. What we should do at some point is make it so it's possible for a unit to require 6 transport space so that it stretches out to fill 3 sort of those columns. Unfortunately, the wireframe does not do that by default, so. Tisk. Behavior is... I don't actually know what its behavior would be or what kind of upgrade it would get, so I'll leave that the way it is for now. It won't be very effective against ground. It'll probably be a little bit less effective than Goliaths. It's going to shoot its missiles against ground too. It's just one at a time because the idea is that it's more dangerous to do so. And it'll be dealing splash, probably. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. I definitely think this is overpaying for the unit. Let's say 30. Do you remember how many bounces the Smoochy Boy can have? It's unit ID 102. Excuse me. I was typing, otherwise I would have covered it. They actually get supply from all of their production structures, primarily. I'm not sure if that's actually balanced or not. But, for example... Oh, wow. Servers give them 10 supply. That's probably too many. I think it should probably be like 5 supply for a server or 6 supply or something, and then... yeah, 10 for an editor's lounge. The thing is, then you're gate kept by how many units you can actually make based on that. I mean, obviously your production structure, your main structures provide some amount of supply. It looks like only 5, but I think your main structure, when you upgrade it, gives you significant boosts. I think it's like 5, 10, 15. I might increase that to. Yeah, I think I have to rework that for sure. This was done in like a very short amount of time when I was trying to figure out how I would give them supply. And I think the hatcheries should provide 10. The lairs 20, and the hives 30. That's just so that you have some aspect of like what's the term? There's some incentive to increase the or rather to upgrade your main structures. Did I even do the changes to this guy? Oh, I did. I don't even know if I actually I don't know how much I actually changed for this. This fan club owner guy may be completely subject to change, we'll say. But I know it isn't subject to change, and that's the graphic I'm using for him, so I guess we will organize all that. Cerebrat. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that in a second, actually. Worry not. It sounds like they were trying to remake some of like Desperate Alliance or something. I'm gonna have to play all those games eventually. I'm sure I will do horribly. All right. Haven't decided what I even want to do with that one. Yeah, it's pizza-ified Outlive unit. This is where I feel like it would be beneficial to actually have the iScript file open, because I have no idea what the hell is happening there. One, two, three, 2, 1, 0. Okay. So this is 0. Okay, somehow I just really colossally fucked it up. That's fine. Fix that. The other building graphics I think I'm going to skip out on for now because they're kind of annoying to deal with. Oh, Hydralisk. What's your walking animation, dude? Yeah, I do have that sprite. I guess that could be an anime unit. That's such a dumb looking unit, man. I need to get Boko done too at some point. Alright, so... The problem is I actually don't know what these things look like. I think 1 is the start point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What? How did that happen now? Alright, so hold up. This is the first frame, right? So we'll say one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, What? Wow, that really does happen in the frame too. Is that real? Like, if I open up the mod right now, that's gonna show up? How did they fuck that up? Somebody fucked something up. Somebody missed a frame in the conversion, maybe? Oh boy. I guess it's not nearly as noticeable as I thought. I don't know, it looks fucked up to me. Right. I like that Mongo's a midget in real life. I mean, well, he is, but in the actual lore. That was much easier. What's up, Veek? Yeah, things are good. Going food shopping later. Preparing mentally for map crap. Oh, I didn't do the fucking... What an idiot. I didn't do the one that I was looking for. Oh well, I'll grab that later. It's gonna be big when that gets out. Oh, I didn't do the Smoochy Boy either. So now I have to figure out what I slapped together for... Dude, these smoochy things. Very good. Excellent. Alright, so I gotta figure out what, if I even implemented that graphic, I'm not even sure. We'll have to, hop in and see what we get here. I honestly don't remember which... Dude, there is this one that I might have to use because it's so ridiculous. I don't know where I could use this. This could be a Void Overlord or something, though. That could be Randy, I guess. That is actually Tony, dude. I forgot about that one. Holy shit. I think this is it. Yeah, here we go. Well, that's going to be the graphic eventually. I just need to get around to implementing it naturally. I haven't. I don't think I ever got the link to the whole complete list of those. Right. Maybe, okay, I'll have to find the link sometime then. Because I'd like to go through those at some point. Didn't you say you had to reorder them though? Something like that? Oh. I can't believe this looks like it's the same size. Maybe it isn't. Oh yeah, I gotta get that image in there. Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be awesome, because that's what I had to manually do for a lot of the other things. So. Alright, add enemy units. And I gotta go through, and the only thing that I have to actually fix is to... I have to make a screenshot. Take a screenshot. This'll work, guys. Ah. Oh wait, I don't think I fixed the attacking neutral units. Goodbye. I'm not sure. I mean, I know I have a fix in there from, but I have the fix. I don't know if I applied it yet, so that's why I was being careful. Oh, before I do that, I have to actually. Clean it up. Okay, thank you. Okay, nice. All right, another bathroom break. Be right back. All right, we're back. Sup? Temporary error, by the way. I thought I did a another unit conversion. I think it was the Twister. It looks like I've done it, but I haven't uploaded it anywhere. I wonder what the issue is there. Mega's a good service. Gotta use their desktop app. You. I can't believe how slow this software is running. Holy moly. Chromium, TBH.
Conjure thee to speak to me.
What dost thou want?
What canst thou give?
I will guide thy hand.
Yeah, it's a leftover string from a while ago. Hey, he's Stormborn, guys. Check that out. Oh, I see. The fuck? Dude, what? So I'm assuming the shadows are not to be taken seriously then either. 54. Well, you said that they have to have a set of 8 frames. I assume that means 9 actually. It's just 0 to 8 because there's 9 frames in these animation sets. It looks like we're missing 0009 for the Gatherer. Not sure what's up with that. Let's see if Mega did something dumb. Yeah. Is this really my reality, dude? I had to download a single bitmap as a zip. The problem is at 36. I have no idea what's going on there. Well, it's 4 frame sets of 9, but I guess after 36 I should ignore everything because shit seems psychotic. Right, yeah. Okay, so I don't think I got a single one. It's unlikely I got any of these to download correctly. Oh no, never mind. That's actually intentional. So you just want the first 17 there, I guess. The fuck? 11, 12, 13, 14. Undecrypted file. There might be some problem with your upload there. Oh, okay. Subfolders aren't supported then. Pancon Jamal, how are you? What's going on, Vitreus? I don't know about that one. Why would it ever do that? Still looks like it isn't actually... No, it is now. Okay. Cool. What is this called? Gatherer? Unsupported BMP file, by the way. Oh yeah, I think I had to save RLE afterwards for some ridiculous reason. Let's try that. Oh yeah, I already batch processed them all in Photoshop, but that was an issue I had earlier as well, so... I thought it was because I saved it as without RLE or something like that. Oh no, it's because I saved it with flip row order, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if that'll even work, but... Yeah, this looks familiar. Yeah, I did that. I did that in my basic one as well. I converted it to RGB before I repaleted it with the dither. It still doesn't seem to have assisted me, unfortunately. Really, I just want to shove it into PyGRP and then export it out as a single image so that I can edit the team color. But I can't even get it in there unless I took this flip row order thing off. I wonder if that's a PyGRP bug or if that actually does make it so that the graphic is useless in some other way. No. Jesus Christ. Photoshop is crashing now. Epic. We are dealing with some epic software here. How the fuck? I don't know, man. I don't even know what happened here. These images are perfectly fine besides the fact that they need to be batched into saving in a different environment. Oh, excuse me. I downloaded them. I haven't looked at them yet. A lot of empty folders. Explosions are almost certainly dead in the water. Looks like a map revealer. rock. Just a lot of frames of the same rock for some reason. Check out my trees. I don't know if it's possible to salvage some of this stuff. It looks pretty fucked up. Right. These are definitely indexed to Starcraft's palette, so I don't know why I would be complaining about that. I don't know why that's called that. That's weird. Oh yeah, I mean, it pretty much cut down the time in half. Really, what was annoying me was just Photoshop being dumb, but I think I figured out what the issue was anyway, so if I have to do conversions later on, it shouldn't be too big of a deal. 68. Unfortunately, SFGRP Conv does not play very well with images like that, so I don't really know how, like, images that are all at once, right? So I don't actually know how well it would make sense, or how much sense it would make to plug it in there, but graphics seems fine here. I can always now export all of these out. And do this. Let me make you a shadow for it real quick and I can send it over. It's not going to work in that way. Well, maybe this can actually work then. Maybe that's good enough. I don't really know. I don't know what if that'll be good enough. Now, this patch action I've done, but I have a feeling it probably would need to be manually calibrated or something. I mean, it's in the same direction every time, the same skew every time, so at least that's constant, but I don't know. Oh, that's also epic. I'm gonna have to clean up a few frames here. I think this happened to me when I was doing my shadow for the the Cyprian, the original Cyprian graphic. Sounds okay. I don't even know if you'll see that based on the angle that the truck is going at most of the time, but... All right. Well, I can put that in the Outlive section now. At some point, I'll pretty up the shadow and see what else I can come up with here. So, that is that, I think. Let's figure out how to get this angle done. So the biggest thing we have to do here is definitely the iScripting. So we got to figure out what the actual animation setup is here. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Talking to me? I don't think I ever made any SC2 missions. I want to start talking about the Ahmed stuff where I had SC2 assets in there. If that's the case, no. Certainly not. That's going to take quite a while. I'll fix the movement later on. 109. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it was actually ending up. That one's on the list for after in Consummate. That project. All right, so let me go into each frame and see how much she should accelerate by. Should be good. This is 1BA. Okay. I think 220 is when the attack should come in. Okay. Yeah, this is where the flingy, or rather the sprites comes in. Should probably be like 10 vertical, 12. Is the selection circle itself wide enough? Yeah. No, Full Toilet, the famous last name map is from the Sigmaverse. Technically, Cullen's birthday is, yeah, part of that, but the Sigma Squadron universe started way back in like 2009 when I made up Ahmed as a character and a bunch of others. Ahmed was one of the first characters made for that. And, yeah, that's where that comes from, though. You were correct in that, like, when it comes to the actual setup for some of the characters. I definitely wasn't shy about including all of them together, right? So that's that itself is true. Oh. Naturally, I forgot to actually import the graphics in here. I think if the AI had been better in Famous Last Name, it would have been a really nice map. Right now his damage doesn't work, but that's fine for this debug. It actually looks okay too. Like, I mean, once I recolor the graphic, the impact graphic to be greener or whatever, or recolor him to be a different color when he's lighting up, it seems fine. This is the fan club owner, dude. And we're encroaching on his space. There is something else that I could do, actually. to his idle animation. I'm trying to think if the attack animation is too fast, but I don't think so. I think it's fine. I like the way that they walk, though. That's pretty funny. For some reason, that walking animation is hilarious to me. What's up, Consti? It's like the unit is going to be very threatening and very strong. And just imagining like a horde of them just like slowly walking around like this. Looking like complete idiots. Like, what's up? Hey, we're here for the beer. What's good? Just that idea is so insane. Like, why? Why do they just fucking doopsie-doo around, dude? Also, their collision is way out of whack. But that's okay. I can fix that. That's just ridiculous. Why? Why does it happen? Alright, so one thing I think is probably fair. I gotta hop into weapons for them. I'll increase the range a bit. But for their graphical size, we should actually open up the image again and see. Unfortunately, I can't actually see the image there, so why don't we extract out and open it up in Photoshop. Yes, eventually I'm sure DF will be very happy to do that. I think I already asked him to do this one. I might even have this one on standby somewhere. But alright, so I want to say a width of... See, the thing is I don't actually know what the preview looks like, right? So I should probably just add the Todborne EXE. This is some kind of sick joke. Yeah, no kidding. There we go. Alright, this will help me. So, I'm going to say from up, we can do like 10. That's obviously not ideal for the editor placement, but that's okay. Hopefully we won't have fucked up our unit staff file by moving stuff around at all. No, it's accurate. Yeah. Oh, actually I have to open up the weapon staff file anyway to fix his attack. This campaign is not really that close to being finished. Mostly I've been working on getting some of the odds and ends taken care of and updating the first two maps, which I made a while ago. So what we're probably going to do, I don't know how much I'll actually get done with the rest of the stream, but this is the first mission, and it's pretty much done. I would like to redo the AI to make them more aggressive. And I think there's an issue with the AI ally where he gets hitched up on something. But for the most part, everything seems okay. Like all the triggers seem to work okay. The other thing is that this campaign is ideally going to be... There's a couple of different moving parts here. So one of them I would like to do Hydra-style 2-player optional co-op. So you can play with a human player instead of a computer player if you know somebody who wants to play with you. That would be ideal. So that's something that I've got to put some time and effort into, which mostly just instigates a lot of changes with the triggers. Like the triggers need to be changed so that they can support multiple players, as opposed to being stuff that only works in single player. It's a lot easier to trigger a single player transmissions, like for Inconsummate or something, than it is for something like what I'm doing with this. So that's one distinction. That's definitely something that's going to require some overhead, some work for all of the maps. And the first 2 maps are the ones that already have triggers. So those are the maps that I've got to do a lot of re-engineering. Whereas the third map, I can just make the triggers like that from the beginning, and I won't have to do as much work to reverse engineer the shit. So that's where most of the overhead comes from for the first 2 maps, and probably one of the reasons why I'm I'm feeling a very lackluster amount of motivation to do that, because it's like I already did this work, now I've got to do it again. But I just have to work through that. That's something that I'll get over pretty soon. When it comes to the other bit of overhead, at some point I want to make it so that there's a third human player slot, and this player slot, if it's owned, if there's a player in there, will be used for the purpose of controlling just a hero. And this is because my brother isn't really a big fan of RTS games as much as he is. He's more of a fan of like MOBAs, and you know, I think if he hasn't really played a MOBA in a while because he hasn't really had access to a PC. But the idea would be he would prefer to play a MOBA and have me playing as an RTS player in the background, and maybe an AI ally or something. That would be more his speed than him having to control a base as well. And so, because I still want to make the experience challenging and memorable from an engagement standpoint, and I want the AI to be tough, and I don't want to have to make a hard version, quote unquote, or an easy version of the release version for him. I just would rather make it so that he's controlling his hero, and he has a lot of buttons to press and a lot of abilities to cast and a lot of ways to spend APM and to become good at the game by controlling his own hero as himself. And it'll be more like a Dota 2 custom map, I guess, in that sense. Whereas in this particular case, I would like him to be playing as the MOBA character. Since I'm not really sure how that's going to work out yet, I don't even know if that will happen. But that's another piece of overhead from the design standpoint, where I'm not sure how exactly it's all going to go down. Like, would it be better if there was just one player and the other 2 players on the map were the animes and they're hostile to each other, so it's a 3-way free-for-all, and then you've got the MOBA player? Or is it okay that it's a 2v1v1 in a sense? Like, how do I want to do that? Should I expand this map and add another player so that there's a bit more challenge? Like, I don't really know exactly what I want to do, but the first map is kind of tricky because of that, and because it's going to set the pace for all of the MOBA stuff. Yeah, in Stormborn, I did want to do that with Phoenix. I wanted Phoenix to be... Actually, Phoenix was originally supposed to be Artanis, and you were supposed to be able to command Artanis on the battlefield and be able to upgrade him in various different ways. Then I decided maybe it would make more sense if you were Phoenix. And then for a brief moment, I was actually going to allow you to pick from a roster of heroes, including Zeratul, who I didn't know at that time I was going to write out of the story with the briefing, him being weakened or whatever. But yeah, there would have been like options like Zeratul, Phoenix, Artanis, obviously not all theirs because he was planned to be an enemy. Maybe the Executor himself. I don't know how I was going to do it exactly, but the bottom line was just to include that sort of thing, and unfortunately we got hit with a lot of delays during Stormborn's development, and yeah, that is why that didn't end up manifesting. Instead, we had 3-player co-op, so I thought that was fine. It turned out to be a fine map. I got to go over that in the design diary, though. It's a real silly story. When it comes to the overall MOBA thing, though, I do think it has some value. It probably won't escape anything that isn't... Like, it's probably not going to escape this project. Like, this project will be the only project that it's attempted in, if it even goes through at all. And I would like to do it just because I talked to my brother about it, and he seemed more receptive to that idea than to the idea of playing an actual RTS. Which is obviously, I mean, it's a birthday present for him, so it's supposed to be fun for him, ideally. So yeah, that was one of those things that I thought of, and I think it makes sense to try to include. But I just have to get to the point where I'm actually able to do that, right? So, yeah. We'll wait and see. But... So let's do another. Oh yeah, I was weapon statting. Hold on. Annihilated. I have a feeling this is going to be a really broken unit. At least you can kite them pretty well because of their stupid movement speed. Bye. I'm glad you can do this kind of stupid micro in this. Hell yeah. Oh. Annihilated. Walk into the club, and this man walks up and slaps your girlfriend's ass. What do you do? Oh, man. I enjoy the fact that the splash radius is so high that they necessarily hurt themselves if there's more than one of them in the area. Or they almost always do anyway. These things are insane, man. They're gonna be ridiculous. Yeah, that was my idea anyway. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna put work into it because I just had the idea that since Cullen has his dog factory, that's an equipment piece he has. That'll be what he's equipped with by default. He can use his dog factory and his laser rifle and standard issue Kevlar. But he'll be able to upgrade shields, and he'll be able to he'll be able to get shields if he wants to, and or he can get like a piece of equipment that returns damage to its attackers or something small like that. So different armors will give him different abilities, basically similar to the relic system for the Protoss heroes and Hydra. But the catch is that they're going to be designed in very different ways. The other idea that I just had was him being able to what's the term? Well, yeah, it's not going to be required. What's going to happen is if there's no micro player, you're just going to have player one will have control over Cullen as a standard hero and won't be able to access all of the crazy upgrades the same way. They'll just use them as a more generic Brood War, like classic Brood War styled hero, and he'll just respawn after death. And if you're player 2, you'll also get the same treatment with Darien, because I'm in there on my bike. But I did get the idea that micro MOBA hero version Cullen will have the ability to buy a saddle for his dog and ride him, and as a way to get around the map faster, like dramatically increase his speed. But it like drains energy or something over time. I don't know. I want something like that. I've always wanted the idea of like a Marine riding a Zergling. Like that's always been hilarious to me, and I always wanted to implement it. But that obviously I never made the graphic for that. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna make Cullen on a dog. Like his dog is already an insane graphic as it is. So I'm gonna have to really see what I got for something like that. But I agree, it does sound good. I don't have one yet, that's the problem. I have to make a graphic of his... Oh, you mean of the dog? It's, hopefully I can find a better dog graphic, to be honest, but... Fucking idiot. I forgot I changed that string. Instead of unit unplaceable, it says fucking idiot. I like that one. Where's the dog? Here it is. It's from like a Warcraft TC or something. I don't remember. But yeah, eventually I want to, maybe I can rip something from like Red Alert 2 or something like that. What a ridiculous thing to type to another human being. What do I think? I think it's great. Every single mod should have this. That's what I think. I know why that's like that though. It's not even really a bug in this case. It's just I haven't finished making the extended terrain. Maybe there should be some option to disable it in your editor. Your new editor should allow disabling debug messages like that. Warning. Fucking idiot. Hi. I definitely need a dog graphic, like an actual dog graphic, but I don't know of any RTS besides like Red Alert that has those. So the thing is, I need it to be a black dog, so I don't actually know any. I would have to recolor the dog. Dude, I have to Photoshop dogs. Oh, dogs. Yeah. It's a dog, dude. I can't find any dogs anywhere. Where's the dog at? Oh no. I can't believe I actually have to look for a dog graphic. Alright, so we know that we have to do that though, so why don't we clear that out. Honestly, a dog rider would be a perfect, like, okay, first of all, a generic police dog could actually be a unit I could get from the academy. Or, I don't know, maybe that'll be for later. I actually do think a real dog could be fine, like a generic dog. And then I could take the other dog model that's like that could be the default or whatever. There could be a default dog and then a hero dog, and the hero dog is all black, and it's our dog in real life. And yeah, that'll work. But then we get dog riders, or we get an upgrade that you can make it so that officers can right-click on dogs and mount them. That would be perfect. Yeah, it's probably mostly for triggers and stuff. I'm sure there's going to be some things that can be used for dialogue events and stuff. So that'll definitely help. Yes, exactly like Hippogriff Riders, iquare. You right-click on that dog, or that dog right-clicks on the officer. You get a dog rider, dude. I also need an actual donut beast, though. I'm gonna have to ask DF. No kidding. I actually just asked DF for a model. What I just imagined in my head was just a giant donut that expands and contracts like a Zerg building. So you get like that breathing animation. And for moving around, it just fucking rolls. It just rolls around. That would be perfect. And its death animation could be it like flopping over and then exploding. Honestly, I kind of want to make a whole donut race. That could be a 4th race in the future. Donut Uprising. They're tired of being eaten all the time. So you just get like you get bipedal donuts. Oh yeah, that's true. I guess I could do that through AI script. Because I don't think there's a kills trigger. Well, there is a kills, but you can't reset it, right? Well, I guess it would just be kill 1, and I would duplicate it out. No, dude, these things have 69 health, but 255 armor. They take forever to kill. Just make it so that the AI also kill them. Oh, they have 69 armor. Okay, that's fine. I don't remember. Maybe every time you deal damage to a donut, you get 2 donuts. Dude, imagine this reality. Alright, if you want to do that, that would be perfect. We could make it so that on death, they bestow 100 donuts. And every hit, you get 1 donut. Every time you attack the donut, it provides you with 1. And I'll make it so that it regenerates. Or maybe make it so that it regenerates after being out of combat. For like a certain amount of time. I think that would be better. Yeah, I like that. That's the donut beast. Eventually we'll have the bipedal donut, which is just this circular body and he just jogs around. And he's got a gun. He's got a police rifle and Uzi or something. A gangsta donut. Dude, I got this. I got this in the bag. I'm gonna have to pay DF a lot of money, but I got this in the bag. Best stuff. What's purpose of the crows? I don't know. Maybe when they blow up, they should play the cacophony sound. They're flying at 42 armor. Yeah. Oh yeah, they have 69 health and 42 armor. Dude, what a reality. I can't believe this is real. Yeah, well, it's just so that when you kill it, there's a trigger that goes... And then that's it. Oh, Colin says, shoot me. It's in every map. It's been in every fucking birthday map, pretty much. I don't even think I showed the original take. I can show the original briefing of a few versions ago. And I don't remember where it was. Was it this? The world may never know. As I recall, this Mongol campaign, yeah.
No!
Yeah, it had all my own changes. This is why it was so broken.
Don't come any closer.
Bear witness to my word, Colin.
You're not supposed to say words. You're supposed to caw loudly. No.
You must deliver the prophecy of the great Father Bird.
Not the prophecy. Anything but that.
Warn his followers. The endless threat looms. All that is not anime will be destroyed.
That can't be true.
Wake up!
Wait, what?
Cullen, wake up! Class is over!
Huh? Hey, you're not a crow.
How many times do I have to tell you? Crows are birds! Now go home!
Fine, if I have to.
Caw.
Hey, where is everyone? Where's my bus? And more importantly, where's the crow that normally flies past my head after school?
Memes!
Don't say that.
Heresy! Prepare to get memed!
Idiot spotted!
Are you looking in a mirror again?
Negatory! Shoot that dirtbag!
No!
Hey, thanks for the rescue.
Not so fast, boy. You have exactly 42 seconds to explain your presence here before I blow your anime suspect head straight to the retcon pit. Now talk. Hey, what kind of game are you playing?
I think it's called Count to 42.
Why, you little...
Stow it, officer. This kid's obviously not an anime. That means he's no threat to us. What's your name, son?
I'm Cullen. Cullen Peony.
Oh, mother of God! He's the commissioner's kid! I can't believe you threatened to retcon his head!
I'm sorry. I didn't know who he was.
Right. Lieutenant Peony, sir. Come with us. We'll get you armed. That there's state-of-the-art suppression gear, sir. We spared no
Yeah,
expense
same
in this battle
person.
against anime.
Yeah, you guys really went all out. Is that my dog factory?
Yes, sir. We secured the technology after the Battle of City Hall, by request of the Commissioner.
Wow, at least my father has his priorities straight.
Speaking of priorities, sir, we've been cut off from HQ ever since the satellite tower went down. It's down in the southwest residential district. We just need to cross the Mystic River to get there and repair it with an engineer. And then we should be able to contact the Commissioner.
Sounds like a plan only a father could love. Since I'm an own dad in training, might as well get used to it.
Yes, sir.
Hey! Hey, you can't shoot me.
All right. Our boys need backup.
So yeah, this is a much older version. The reason why they're attacking me is because it's actually supposed to be 2-player, and of course we didn't have the slot to replace it. So I just showed the intro there. But that was the old stuff. That's where the crow flying past my head after school comes from. I don't even remember this version though. Oh, I do remember this. I actually showed this version. This was the cutscene heavy version. That's what this was. This is the lunatic version. This is like the first custom graphics I really ended up making at any point. And clearly I did not understand AI at this point either. This is before in Consummate. This is late 2016 when I made this. So... So there you go. There's your crash course in the history of Todborne, history of Colin's birthday. Well, a lot of the units remained similar across the older versions of the projects, but obviously I only bothered to replace some Terran graphics with police graphics in the 2018 version. It was Todborne. Todborne is actually only refers to the 2019 version. This past January is when Todborne came out. After that point, I decided to restart it and sort of finish it and push it towards a more polished direction for 2020 rather than making a whole new one, which is what I had been doing. Every single time I would make a entirely new project. But I don't even remember. Like, the weirdest thing was we had a very confusing setup, actually. If I go to the project archive, so like in this version back in 2013, this is a very original version, and it's fucked. I mean, it's not really fucked. It's actually fine, I think, but in terms of what it actually allows you to do, but it's like very bare bones. I don't think there was really any modding besides custom unit responses. And there's some really wild ass triggers and stuff. As you can see, I had to stop you from progressing, so I used a bunch of Dark Templar in an area. Like, it's just really poorly thought out. And you're playing it micro mode for a while, and eventually you get access to this base, and you have to, I think you're holding out, or I don't remember what the exact specifications of it all was. But as you can see, it's a huge amount of pre-play shit. It's just 2013 map making, you know what I mean? It's like a long time ago. Now then, I think the most complete, like, whole product, right, of the older versions from before 2019, I guess, before Todborne, was probably this one, Fat Chance. And it has a few maps as well, but it's like Terran versus Zerg or Terran versus Protoss or stuff like that. It's not really about... there's no custom stuff. There's not really any anime. Like, the most custom shit I had was, like, just giving, you know, custom unit responses and stuff like that. Nothing exceptional. And again, I know a lot about AI, as you can see, by using star locations all over here. Holy moly. Epic. So, yeah, I did not know what I was doing at all. And then this version. This map is actually pretty insane because I think I had to disable Ultralisks or something because the Zerg AI was so insane that it was impossible to actually break through. But I don't quite recall. It was quite a psychosis. Yeah, that's true. Now, in this version, we saw... I'm trying to remember which version I actually replaced Spawn Broodling with Spawn Dog. I don't think it was this version. This is the only functioning map that was ever made for the 2016 version called Build More Farms. It had quite the opener, from what I recall. But again, it was very much... There was no custom AI. There was some attempt at making, you know, a decently varied terrain, but it was very small-scale stuff. And it was a pre-placed junk central, as you can see. But it was fairly easy, so it wasn't too big of a deal. This map, I don't think, is actually functional. Yeah, there's no triggers. But there was a completed script. It was also very... what's the term? It was also very much a map where, again, not only do you see pre-placed junk, you can assume no real AI, but in addition to that, you have the problem of it being very, like, event-oriented, where after you trip a certain tripwire in the... Like, you walk through an invisible location, and that triggers a gameplay event of the Zitzun arriving, because this is around the same time that Saga of the Zitzun had been developed, the first season of that. And then you're fighting some Protoss. I don't remember if they were frauds or not, but you eventually have to raid their temple for donuts. And this is where the donuts meme comes from, where him screaming donuts brings donuts into existence. Because actually there was no actual, and this is just a map layout that I never finished, evidently. So at this point it was more closely linked to the Sigmaverse, right? And then in 2017, I decided to take a very different approach, where I wanted you to be fighting against anime, led by Mark, who is also known as Todd. And that's where that came from. Now, again, I never finished the second map. This 2017 version, as you can see, this map actually got repurposed later on for the map that we were just playing. So I actually reused some of this layout. I don't know how much. I don't know if I can... Yeah, I can't even load it because I don't have the MPQ loaded up anywhere. Not really sure why. I think it's probably the graphics for the buildings or something. I don't think I must... I did actually modify the tile set a little bit, but I don't remember what for. I don't actually see any custom terrain here, so I don't know what it would have been. Oh, it was the ramp from DF. Okay, that would be why. This actually led me to believe that there was something wrong with modifying custom terrain for multiplayer, because almost always on trying to load into this map in multiplayer, you would crash on startup. Sometimes you'd crash in the multiplayer lobby, but Nave said that was due to some Brood War bug that could even happen in vanilla, and wasn't something that was from the mod. I don't actually know what causes the multiplayer crash in this particular case. I couldn't tell you, but all I do know is it's very, very silly. Yeah, so in this map and all future maps, my mom appears as a character and has a few lines. All future versions from this point onward. I think maybe... No, it was in 2017 as well. Oh, I actually also use custom player colors here. So as you can see, the map actually doesn't get too different in that sense. It looks like I may have made some trivial changes to the layout here and there. Yeah, in this version there were certainly less enemies. This is like a free expansion you could get later on. Obviously on your path, your very linear path down here, because the Mystic River Bridge gets blown up. Or got blown up off screen. I also reduced the overall number of pre-placed stuff. It looks like I moved the expansion that was down here to down there. Some other very, very basic shit. But, like, yeah, for the most part, I spent most of the development time of the 2018 version working on the mod itself. And that's what I focused on, as opposed to worrying about the... the map design. I just repurposed that map. I have no idea what the proper answer to that question is. I think, honestly, in Consummate didn't have too much pre-placed stuff, but I don't know, like, until the later maps. So probably some of the earlier maps for that, but they didn't expand ever, whereas the Hydra AI obviously do expand in 2018. So there's probably less pre-placed stuff overall, or a lower ratio in 2018 Hydra. So yeah, I guess the least amount of pre-placed stuff would be like the map crap stuff that I do, and the just in general, all the new Hydra maps and stuff. I mean, like, even Stormborn has some pre-placed stuff, but it's really just like insurance against early rushes. It's not really meant to be much else. And if we didn't have as many AI problems, I probably would have reduced the amount of starting resources for most of the AIs, for example. So that was a lovely trip down memory lane, going back over all of those old ones. There's a whole host of abandoned shit in here. Honestly, it's really funny that this isn't even something that's on my radar to work on anymore, but the biggest project that I worked on before Hydra or in Consummate or any of those, the one that I've worked on for the most amount of time throughout my years, is a project that I probably won't ever bother with, called the Nomad Saga. It was a project that I was co-authoring with Church. I think Church had the idea to call it that and had some basic ideas initially, and then I came in with a couple of my own characters that I thought would fit the setting, and we basically collaborated on it. But it was, I mean, I think that's another example of a project where, like, obviously we weren't planning on doing any custom AI, so I don't think this was the final version of the map, but it might have been the most up-to-date one. And we had, like, this pre-placed White Brigade fighting these mindless Zerg. And you, as Protoss, made landfall here and had to grind through all this shit and set up a base here, and then maybe take a base over here. And as you can see, there's a shitty reverse ramp there, and another one over here, and then there's a base over here and stuff like that. So, like, yeah, this was probably the most up-to-date version of that. Like, there's stuff like this that like, it's funny that I used to hold it in such high esteem back in the day. This is, I don't think I ended up getting around to updating this map at any point, but this is like an example of a project where I had a lot of thoughts on, and yes, this was the 20-minute cutscene map. What a ridiculous sight. That was my own Eon of the Hawk, I guess. And I never wound up finishing this map outline, it looks like. But yeah, I mean, it's funny that I look back at this now. It's been so many years, even though it doesn't really feel like it was that long ago. But it's alright. It's just a little wild. But yeah, I don't think that there's anything in here that, or anything in my older set of projects that comes close to the level of overall quality, but also understanding of what an RTS map should be than what I do now. So that's good, at least. Like, one good thing about looking back to that old shit is being able to know or see that you've improved. So yeah, trip down memory lane, like I said. That's a fine way to close things out, I think. We didn't quite crack 4 hours today, but I gotta go get ready to do some food shopping and some other stuff, so I will be off But reminder, tomorrow's map crap, I will be recording and posting an announcement video for map crap later on today. What else? Any other announcements? Fraud night tomorrow as well after my map crap modding stream begins. At some point, we'll figure out the timing for that. But yeah, otherwise I don't really have anything to say. So. Thanks again. Mwah, kisses.